Actually, this afternoon I'm going to talk to you about Cyber Systems, which is a company that I founded with several colleagues, but I'm going to put some emphasis on what should a startup out of Egypt consider, and before going into business, what's the state of mind that you should be in? Actually, if you think of where we are, like in a country like Egypt or Ukraine, we're not really in a very favored part of the world. So actually, if you think like we're in a kind of several boxes, actually I can see at least two boxes, which is not really particular to Egypt or Ukraine, but it's the general case. It's just more confining when you come to a country like Egypt or Ukraine. So the first box is a box that you build around yourself, and it's a box of inhibitions. And the bigger box is a box that people build around you, and it's a box of perceptions. So the first box is your inhibitions that you have to really overcome in order to do something that everybody wants, do something highly differentiated. And the second box is the box of perception, or the perception barriers that you have to overcome to make people in the outside world believe that you're capable of doing this great thing. So I had a small movie. I'm not sure if it's going to run now or...
There's one thing in common among all the electronic devices that we use and interact with on a daily basis. There are silicon microchips inside. Silicon technology continually changes the way we perform everyday functions. It has created unprecedented applications and helped to reshape industries. By continually introducing advancements in technology that lead the way to future innovations. Cyber Systems aspires to contribute to this future by fostering silicon innovation with advanced electronic platforms that dramatically reduce the development time of custom microchips. Technologies that enable the creation of monolithic optical microstructures and a range of breakthrough products, such as the world's first all-silicon oscillator and the world's first single-chip spectrometer. Cyber Systems fits big ideas into small packages. Our world-class team has created a diverse portfolio of intellectual property and patents, established a global presence with multinational corporations, founded sustainable relationships with world-class partners, produced innovative solutions compelling to our customers, and has been recognized by international societies, with the belief that this is just the beginning. Cyber Systems, fostering silicon innovation.
So actually, this video helps me to dive into the presentation, but it gives you an idea about some kind of tools that you may be using to overcome the perception barrier coming out of Egypt, and how to really be equipped with marketing tools and people who know how to position your products, how to position your company in order to be better perceived by the outside world. So just to let you know what's Cyber Systems, it's a company that develops microchips for a wide variety of applications. And I'm not going to talk in too much detail about what kind of products or chips we developed. I'll pick just one product which we believe is a product that's going to change the world. Actually, we're a company that is geared towards innovation. We have a large portfolio of patents, which is maybe the bigger Egyptian entity that has US patents or international patents as we speak. The mission of Cyber has been to establish a success story in this area in Egypt. We were the first company to get into this area of semiconductors or microelectronics or microchips, and to establish a success story that would inspire others to do the same thing. In order to be able to go into, to really succeed in this mission, we had to build a world-class company, and actually a role model company in terms of culture. A world-class company in terms of products, excellence, quality, and here what I mean by excellence is not just a me-too product. You have to as I said, coming out of Egypt, we had to think of something that would change the world, something that would really be highly differentiated and different from what people do. So all this through a culture of trust, positive behavior, and innovation. I want to stress here on innovation. This is the team, and we have a small subsidiary in the US where our VP of Marketing and Business Development, Scott, is based there. And again, having a setup in the Silicon Valley is crucial. It's not just about the product or the idea, it's about how you make this product, or how you present this product, how you position this product to the outside world. So this is the product I'm talking to you about. It's a spectrometer, and in a nutshell, a spectrometer is an instrument which has been known for so many years, actually decades, and it's used to analyze light reflected from any material. And by analyzing the light reflected from your skin, reflected from tissue, it can identify the material and its exact composition. So physics tells us that each and every material has a unique spectral print. So by analyzing the light reflected from the material, you know the material. So this has a huge spectrum of applications in healthcare, in quality control, food quality control, in security, in many, many, many areas, pharmaceuticals, you name it. So what we've done is that we've taken this huge desktop instrument, which costs like, or has a price in the area of like $50K or dollars, could be anywhere between $10K to $100K, and downsize it to this size, a single chip, which could cost a few dollars or tens of dollars, and eventually can be integrated in a smartphone or a tablet or any handheld device. This is the market, the classical market of the spectrometer as a device, but this is the classical market. We believe that being handheld and tiny and cheap would enable a huge revolution in the spectroscopy. It will really lead to a paradigm shift in spectroscopy, enabling new applications, new markets, and definitely larger markets. So this product, one, is actually released, and we're in the sampling phase. We're going to volume production in July 2015. This product won the Best Product Award worldwide in a very big event called Photonics West in the US. So it's the biggest event in photonics. And this product is licensed to a Japanese company called Hamamatsu Photonics. This is really thrilling because it's a case where you have technology transfer and licensing from Egypt to Japan, which is normally happens in the reverse direction. So we're currently sampling, and we managed to raise a good amount of money last year in order to go to production, which was really, really tough to raise millions of dollars in this part of the world at this period in time. So let's now turn to the other part of the presentation and talking about these boxes. So what I wanted to say is that you have to, coming out of Egypt, you have to be doing something different and really presenting it in a different way. It's not, unfortunately, we're not allowed to do Me Too products or Me Too things. We have to do different things to attract people's attention. So in order to do this, you have to think out of the box. And I've been really thinking hard for, several years. What does it mean to think out of the box? So to begin with, what's this box? Actually, this box is a box of inhibitions. It's a box that we build around ourselves. It's a box of habits, rules, fear, assumptions, complacency, and many other things. Actually, it's not limited to these things. So in order to do something big and something different, you have to break out of at least one of these walls. You have to change the way you do things in order to do something different or something of value. And actually, this was Stephen Covey says, to achieve goals you've never achieved before, you have to start doing things you've never done before. You have to break a wall or two of this box in order to be able to do something different. In order to think out of the box, first you have to step outside the box, as I said. And to step outside the box, you have to break one of these rules. But what's the best thing to step out of the box? Is to get help, is to reach out for people who are already out of this box, people with different background. If you build your company and with people coming always from same culture, same background, it will be difficult to innovate. So you have always to try to reach to people with different background and do things that you haven't done before in different ways and overcome fears and take risks. You have to really be exposed and go out and attend conferences, events, and reach out for people with experience and people from different domains or different backgrounds from what you're doing. And finally, it's very important, I mean, these days to look all the way, I mean, every time, how can you deploy or use crowdsourcing in bringing in new ideas to the table? Actually, I had some animation here, but the interesting thing about this exercise, it's a classical exercise which demonstrates, people used to demonstrate, management consultants used to demonstrate thinking out of the box with this kind of exercise. They tell you these 9 dots, you have to join them with the least number of strokes without raising your hand from the paper. And actually, you would find that the least people who think that they have always to think by drawing some lines within the framework of the dots. But actually, the solution is outside the box. So you have to think outside the box in order to reach the solution. So this is something that has helped us a lot, actually, because as a company, we always never spared money or effort in order to reach out for people. I mean, the world is very small, and we always reach out for people in different countries, in different parts of the world, and go and bring in people who would help us thinking and developing ourselves and developing new ideas. Not only ideas about the product, but ideas about how to take this product to market and how to position this product. So this brings us to the next box, which is actually the perception, the box of perception, how the people perceive you. It's not enough that you have the best idea in the world. Actually, you're out of the box, you have a brilliant idea, but you find yourself like confined in another box, which is a box that people have built around you. It's the perception, how people perceive you and perceive your product. And if you don't start creating the right perception, people will create their own. So you have to create the right perception of your company and the product. And in order to do that, you have to hire the right professionals for branding, positioning, and marketing your product. And in this case, a worldwide recognition like awards and things like that would really help. Thank you.